So everyone out there, we say thank you for watching us. Thank you for staying with us. To all our beautiful subscribers, we say thank you so much for staying with us. And if you're new here, we are happy you find us. Please don't forget to like our video, subscribe to our channel, and hit on the notification bell so you'll be notified for more upcoming videos. In the comment section, please no derogative comments. Thank you. Greetings from project to life. Just by thinking about it. Make me stand on my feet that I need to speak up. Even if it's just few people that are going to listen to my church, I would speak. And the good mothers that know how it feels to be a widow at my age would feel my pain and come to my rescue. That is why this DNA. How can I come to your rescue as a mother when you said your husband died in the house in court, but you came online on TV to say your husband died in the hospital? You have a godmother, of course, which I believe you must have told what happened in the house. Your godmother came out to say Mohbad died in the house. How can I fight for you? How can I support you when you are not giving me the reason to do so? How? I mean, you are the one putting these doubts in the heart of every single person in justice for Mohbad. So why do you come out to still blame them for, not supporting you, being against you, talking about you? It's all your fault. Done. My father-in-law will take years and they will not do this DNA. And you still keep going out there to talk about it. When people would this is so unfortunate because it's obvious to me now, based on this interview, that what you take seriously, what is more important to you in this interview is the DNA. Because when it comes to what happened to Mohbad, you were not this loud. You were not this, all over the place like you are right now when it comes to the DNA. You don't want to stop talking about DNA. And that triggers me because it triggers me. I have to be honest. You spent like almost half an hour talking about DNA, but you are not here telling us that, no, I want this for my husband. I want this to happen. I want justice. Justice is all I want. I want everyone that died my husband to be in prison. I want justice. I want this. I want that autopsy to be done again. I want to do this. I want to do that. But you're making it all about DNA. It triggers me. I have to be honest. Your energy towards this DNA is questionable. Trust me, it is. If you use this energy from the beginning of interview to talk about what happened to Mohbad, you actually talked about it for less than a minute. He went to the show, he had a fight with his friend, the nurse injected him. End of story, woman. End of story. That was it. You didn't even go further to talk about every other thing that actually happened, apart from my father-in-law. But when it comes to DNA, Omi, your energy was different. That triggers me, trust me. Miss Kenya, do you want to say something?
Oh yes, hello. I want to say something. The name is Ken. Hi, Lady Monroe. How are you?
Hi, Lady Ken. Hi.
2070. God bless you, madam. Mr. Titus Taylor. God bless you. The beautiful people at the comment section. God bless everyone. Thank you for having me today. So I've just decided to come up briefly, so I'll see how I can wrap things up very, very quickly because I'll be getting busy soon again. Yes, so God bless us. So here's my contribution. First, I would like to bring to Baba Mohbad's attention that I like to bring to his attention that he can actually challenge the verdict of the coroner, because this appears that the coroner's verdict has indicted him for the All-Raid funeral. And dear coroner, may I humbly say to you, madam, that I would like to bring to your attention that in this age and time, science and technology is what the world is about. The world has gone science and technology savvy. Hello, can you hear me, everyone?
Yeah, we can hear you. What happened?
She was flagged.
Really? Really?
Can I talk?
Wow. How was
Invite her back.
I don't know. Let me see.
Can I talk?
Yeah, you can go on. Let me find out.
Tomorrow. Hello, ma. Tomorrow.
Yeah, go on. You can go on.
I've been asking one question in the comment section. The video you just showed now. Good morning, everyone. The legendary, the amiable, rugged, and honorable Mommy 8070.
Mr. Point, you have to be quick because I'm leaving in an hour.
Okay, I just have to greet my, my honorables. Now, when the video you showed, right? When they said they should open the casket, Wumi said no. Right?
Yeah, in one other video, yeah.
Yeah, and they eventually opened the casket, and everybody saw it. Wumi also saw it, that the neck was broken, and the leg too. And still, Wumi went ahead with the burial. That means she's the one to be accused of early burial, not Baba. Because she was supposed to ask question and stop the burial at that point. Why did this happen? Why the neck broken? Then they should bring the casket out for further investigation. But since 2 years, nobody asked that question. Nobody talked about that, and that is pertinent. I don't know if what I'm saying is right or.
Yeah, you're right.
But why are people shying away from that but critical moment?
That's why I said this today. Anyone can come up and tell us what we have been missing in the past 3 years. I said that earlier. If there's a particular point you believe people are not talking about, feel free to come up and talk about it.
Okay, let's assume Baba's authority that, okay, take this 2 million and go and do whatever arrangement you want to do. And when they got to the burial ground, Mohbad was buried. Though from the initial stage, when the police rejected Baba's written statement, and they said you should go out of the police station. I know Baba is not at fault at that point, but okay, let's even look at it that, okay, blame game. Now, the so-called next of kin, according to the corona, which is not acceptable to almost everybody, there is something happened. There was a glitch, and that glitch was the casket was opened, and neck saw broken. The wife was there, the so-called wife was there, and she still went ahead with the burial. Then there is something fundamental and something wrong. There is something illegal done at that point, that moment. As she saw the broken neck, and she didn't call for investigation of that broken neck, yet went ahead to bury. I think she is the one guilty of early burial. Shikina.
In early days of justice for Mohbad, I've actually pointed that out severally, but it seems like all is legal team were not doing nothing. I've pointed out severally that, Wumi, why didn't you question what happened to your so-called husband, Nick? No one knows that up.
Please, can I quickly say something? All our commenters, they are people that are very, very intelligent. Please, you people should be coming on to give, to have.
My next live, I'll be dragging them up one by one.
No, you're on point. Look at what you said now, Kenyani. Please, you people should be coming up. No one is an island. I know some of you are very, very intelligent. Come and add to it so that we can make things can work out. Please, Ejo.
Don't run away from my next live. Or don't think more is going to beat you. I'm not going tomorrow's live. Before she drags me off. I'm joking. I won't drag you off. It's your choice.
Because it's funny.
I won't drag you off. It's a joke.
The court is not talking about it. The wife is not talking about it. Nobody is talking about it. Why would a wife saw a broken leg of Mohbad and went ahead? Shit, man, I'm going down. I'm annoyed.
I think it was last year or the year before. I spoke severally, hoping that the legal team were going to take action. I think it was in 2023 on, what's his name, the Music's platform. I talked about it several times. I kept nagging about it. And at that point was when they called me Mohbad's ex, that I'm a pained ex because I'm always looking for things that would nail Wumi to coffin or whatever they said it. But yeah, I have actually.
No, it's not about to nail her. It's about to,
that's
to
what
answer
our
the question.
supporters believed then, you know.
Why?
Please, Lady Monroe and everyone on the platform.
You can go on.
I'm really sorry to interrupt, please.
Yeah.
I only have a few minutes and I'm really sorry.
Yeah,
please.
go on. You can go on.
Mommy J, babe, greetings to you, ma'am. Thank you for what you said. You said the problem is many of us are not public speakers, but J4M has brought us up. So kudos to everyone. God bless us. Yeah, so as I was saying earlier, before that happened, I apologize for what happened earlier. So I like to bring to Baba Mohbad's attention the need to present his case in a law court. Because in my opinion, the verdict of the coroner does not only seem unfair,
Thank you,
but
Mommy.
it sounds unrealistic and unreasonable. I'm sorry, respectfully, ma'am. To the coroner, I humbly bring to our attention that in this age and time, the world has gone science and technology savvy. In 2025, technology has answers to a whole lot of things, and it can actually bring positive outcome for justice for Mohbad. And I would explain why. Because I think the coroner, respectfully, ma'am, needs to be clear on how this kind of things work. I speak as someone who has seen a lot of videos showing archaeological stuff. You know, you would imagine viewing images of people who have lived some thousands of years ago, whose bodies had been, had made it to the surface of the earth and received cause of pie. So the fact remains that if dried bones could receive cause of pie, how much more Mohbad in this age of time? Thank you so much, ma'am. If as start of 2023, the year Mohbad passed, if a dried bone made it to the surface of the earth during some findings, if students were able to walk on it, they were able to walk on just a tooth. And if a lot could be deduced from the tooth, how much more, again, the earthly remains of Mohbad? I am explaining this so dear magistrates can actually understand why I said this is not only unfair but also unreasonable. Like, I find it to be one of those things that should never be said in 2025 because it's unrealistic. Furthermore, may I say to us that should the biblical Adam, I mean the very first human, be it you believe Eve or Lilith was the first woman, if they were found, if their earthly remains were to be found today, I tell us that to a large extent, the cause of pi will be determined. They would have to use an holistic approach. For instance, I would say, looking at the past practices of people of their time, in order to, go with some other facts that can be used to establish the cause of pi. So it's unreasonable to say that Baba Mohbad would be indicted simply because he buried this boy horridly. That is completely wrong in 2025. It's completely unreasonable. Respectfully, dear magistrate. Now, how can we address this situation? I would suggest the right approach to how to unravel the mystery behind the untimely demise of Mohbad, which I had mentioned in the past. The only way is to get the body flown to a country that has a modern day technology. You would imagine the same technology that were used for these dried bones from thousands of years ago, some 500 years ago. You would imagine that if you get Mohbad body flown to such countries, the cause of pi would be established. Now, I strongly believe that some things may have gone wrong with the body. And I'll tell you why. And I will not tell you this without making reference to where I got this from, because it has to be backed with my reference. Now, to start with, the leaked VN of Mama Mohbad suggested that she knows something that you and I possibly do not know, because she was certain, she was confident that the cause of pi will not be ascertained. You understand? I can't remember how she said it word for word, but basically, that is, I'm making reference to that. That's first. Second, I'm going to be making reference because the day CY said on that interview that she's actually waiting for the toxicology to understand the cause of her husband's pi. I knew something was off. Even at the time, I could not understand what could be possibly wrong. But right now, I know better. So I've made reference to that of CY as well, who may have known what many of us do not know. Furthermore, according to Lady BJ, Mr. Muyiwa said if this toxicology autopsy was done 1,000 times, we wouldn't be finding the cause of pi. We need to know what Mr. Muyiwa knows that is unknown to you and I. Furthermore, as seen on the VDM series, we know what was said in the WhatsApp group regarding the toxicology. So looking at this, all you can deduce if you look critically is that something may have been introduced to the earthly remains of Mohbad that actually conceals the fact that we're looking for. So how can we unravel this? It is against the body. Please, I'm so sorry. I just need to do my submission so I can leave for work.
What she wants to say.
Yeah, so I can even leave for work. I just want to speak and drop. I'm really sorry, gentlemen. I'm so sorry. Please, I mean, no disrespect, my darling. Please. Thank you for your understanding. God bless you. Yeah, so, oh dear, where was I? So basically, we need to get the body flown to a country with the right technology. They would be able to tell us if anything had been introduced to that body that has caused us not to be able to establish, the things we're looking for. And I would say, going to the other part of why Baba Mohbad was indicted, still based on the horrid burial. So, he has no relevant documents to deposit the remains of a son into the morgue, and is unreasonable to keep the body on the surface of the earth to rotting. Now, where the lawyer comes in is to get the people who had this document, for instance, the doctor's medical report, that had refused to present it at the point where it was needed. Furthermore, with the lapses in the policing system of that station that they were, and I understand that people have been making some submissions like, oh, at the station, they were asked to actually take the body to another jurisdiction. Okay, so what follow-up did this station do to ensure that the body was taken to that place they were supposed to take it to? Now I will take it back again to the people who were with Mohbad, because they had something to hide. Again, I would not speak without making reference to the fact that I have to make the submission. I will make reference to the fact from the coroner inquest, from the nurse and Mohbad's lawyer, who claimed that they had been to the station, and they had actually been to the said station which this other station asked them to go to. So for anyone, you'll be reasoning like, what's the logical reasoning behind you having to drive down a station that's farther away when you have one nearer? So that can answer some questions. That can actually make you and I understand that they had things to cover up. And that was why they decided to take Baba Mohbad to a station that's far off rather than the one that's closer to the home. And when they were told to drive back to this station they had been before, they must have found something to distract that man. So you cannot actually indict Baba Mohbad. And Baba Mohbad, I enjoin you, sir, kindly consider the aforementioned to present your case using a lawyer who is willing to fight this battle effectively with you. So very quickly, I'm moving on to when the foundation, like I'm a Christian and the Bible says, when the foundation is faulty, what shall the righteous do? Because I see the big question on the lips of many had been, okay, what's the way forward? And in my opinion, although I have a presentation, I think I would have to share with some people who can, who are better speaker than I am publicly, who can deliver that. But I will just put this out quickly. In this case, we shall go back to the drawing board. In this case, we shall go back to the inception. We shall go back to 2023 in order to understand what our mistakes, what our errors, everything we have done wrongly. We would have to go back to the inception and analyze everything. We would have to use a critical evaluation, or something I would call the cumulative and summative assessment technique, in order to be able to analyze these things, to understand all our wrongs, where we have made mistakes, things we could do better on justice for Mohbad. When we understand this, we can begin to address them one after the other. That is one of the way forward. Now, here is the major one. We need to get the attention of the Nigerian government, be it Nigerian or Lagos state government, I don't know which one is right, but we would need to get the attention. So the question that should be on the mind of you and I is, how do we get the attention effectively? Note the word effectively. Now, I'm thinking, if you look at the percentage of people on justice for Mohbad as compared to those who are not, you can see the margin. You can see that it's so massive. Now, how can we get the crowd that we had in 2023 to come back to justice for Mohbad? How can we get them to take the street and have a peaceful protest? Because when the government see you and I in our massive figures on the street, be it in Nigeria or outside the shores of Nigeria, that will sure get the attention, but in a peaceful manner, so no one gets him or his or herself in trouble. We need to discuss this. get their attention, maybe, for instance, during the time of VDM series, you will see that it was already gaining like the widespread, similar to something we had back in 2023. We need it because if we don't get their attention, if they don't think there's going to be trouble, if we don't attend to those people, they are not going to do the right thing. When we are getting their attention, we need to know what the law says, so we can be able to hold them to say, the law says this and that, but you have failed to do this. You have the duty of care to deliver justice to your citizens, but in this case, you failed in this area. For instance, they failed to condole off the mobile's house in order to do the forensic analysis on that place. They failed to do the forensic analysis of the mobile phones of the key workers. A lot of things has to be embedded into getting justice for mobile, not just the toxicology way. We need cross-examination of those who were the key witnesses. I'm talking about people who were with mobile some 72 hours down till the time he took his last breath. All of those people need to be cross-examined from forensic analysis. Like I mentioned, the role of technology in delivering justice in this age and time that we have. Unfortunately, I've got to go now. My time is fast spent. Oh, it's no more time. God bless you. Bye, everyone.
Hello.
Thank you very much.
Now, to support your assertion, first, I will start from your second submission before I go back to your first submission. That's the lady that just spoke now. The second submission, Baba Mohbad cannot be said to be responsible for the early burial, simply because, firstly, physically, Baba Mohbad is not present at the burial ground. One. Secondly, even if Baba Mohbad authorized the burial arrangement, that command ends. That authority ends the moment the casket was opened and the wife saw the neck bent and still went ahead to do the burial. That means she takes over the authority from there, and she is supposed to be accused of early burial.
That's even far-fetched. The fact that there was a report given at the hospital in the first place.
Baba is supposed to even ask for me to present that hospital report. Till date, nobody talked about it. She's supposed to present the original copy of that report to Baba.
Exactly. And that's
Then,
why I said
the first thing that you said about, discovering cause of incident or death using bone that's been buried for thousands of years. I want to take you back to the mummies in Egypt, the Egyptian pyramids, where there are kings called pharaohs. Pharaoh, another word for pharaoh is king or oba, or head of a particular community. The mummies were discovered, and some of them, what killed some of them, were discovered by archaeologists today using radiocarbon technology. Pharaoh Akhenaten, Pharaoh Imhotep, and if you look at this thing, the way they were buried, the Egyptian pyramid is mathematics. It's triangle. The building is triangle. The foundation is square. The bricks are rectangle. And the entrance to the tomb where the mummies were buried is circle. This is geometric in mathematics used by black people thousands of years ago. Today, the white people developed from there and use present-day technology to discover what kickstarted a particular pharaoh at a point in time. So, in 5,000 years' time, no matter anything liquid or something they pour on Mohbad, cannot erase whatever the bone, whatever is in bone that revealed how or what chemical or what crack or broken or something else in Mohbad's body, how he died. People that don't, the Lagos State or whatever, the country doesn't have the capacity to determine a tissue-based research on a cause of death. So how would they have the science or liquid to erase cause of death? So that is quite impossible. Therefore, I am still asking the question: the authority of Baba for burial arrangement ends the moment where when the casket was opened, while the authority of the Black Widow started immediately the moment she saw the broken neck and allowed the body to be buried. Thank you.
Thank you. We have 20 minutes left in the video, so I'm just going to quickly play it. And yes,
please, before you go, I wish thank you to Kayeni and on point 77. I wish their submission can be written as a written document so that we can be highlighting it, talking about it in all our platforms, and even sometimes maybe publish it on the dailies, because these are vital, important points. I'm telling you.
Mommy G, babe.
Huh?
Do you believe that the son or the barrister do not know all of us? Okay.
Yeah, we know, but we when we continue talking and we are looking for the way forward, we are not going to be intimidated or go and relax. Because some of this, up to now, this is the misery of God. That you're talking about the mummy of Egypt. Up to now, the archaeologists, they are still doing findings and going more deeper. Maybe it's one of the bones that will be sent. It might not be the whole body. It works. We all see all this documentary every day. So why is it Nigeria will different? Because one person will be saying, they are trying to cover up. It might not be today, it might not be tomorrow or next year, but it's still going to come out. We're going to get justice for this guy. Eshe, thank you.
It's in there. An opportunity to ask a question, Moro. Moro, who issued this order? Is it the magistrate? If it's the magistrate courts that issued this order, first of all, the magistrate, that court, I mean the order for people not to talk about this case.
No, I'm not sure about that. It was just something someone just came up to say that mummies don't want people to talk about her.
Yeah, but I want to quickly talk on that. If that is the case, the magistrate courts cannot gag people on an homicide case, not to speak. The only courts that have the right to do that is the high courts. So a lower court, as the magisterial court, cannot gag people not to speak on an homicide case. So when they're speaking to the public needs to understand what the only courts that can gag is the high court, not the magisterial court. So I just want the public to be relaxed on that. Not, there is no panic. The lower court is the magisterial court. They cannot gag the public not to speak on a case that is ongoing. Thank you so much, and I'm gonna.
It's impossible. It's impossible. Someone piped, and the person there, when the person piped, is saying, "Don't talk about me." So indirectly, you're trying to tell us not to talk about justice for Mohbad. It's as simple as that. And yet, you said you want justice for your husband or your boyfriend or whoever, whatever you call him. It doesn't make sense. So I don't want to talk about it because it just triggers me somehow. I don't want to talk about it. The people that she sued should, understand the fact that, Mohbad was a famous person. He was famous before he died. And it's the right of the public to seek justice for him and talk about him. And while talking about justice for Mohbad, we talk about the people around him before he died. So that's that about that.
Much money, because they are being sponsored by some backstage.
I don't want to. Do you think that is?
Who is sponsoring us? According to these people, everything that I've heard so far, it's like someone or two people projecting what they're doing behind the scene on every other person they've talked about. Everything they said, in my opinion, is projection. They're paying us to talk about justice for Mohbad. No, allegedly, you were the one paying Temi's platform, MFM platform. Everything they've said so far about the people seeking justice is projection. Nothing but projection. Oh, they come on, they're being paid to come online and start talking about justice for Mohbad. No one paid me. In actual fact, I don't know anyone that pays anyone, not to talk of knowing someone that would pay me. This is the fight for the youth in Nigeria. So let that sink in. I have a delivery. You can unmute and speak.
Sorry, let me quickly say this. Do we remember when Wunmi Cynthia Adebanjo, Wunmi Cynthia Adebanjo granted an interview, one of our interviews. She said that even Naira Marley sent someone to Baba, and that person's name is Ibukun. Do you remember? She said that. That is the person that Naira Marley is using against her.
Hey, the puzzle. Oh my God. The puzzle is here. Sorry. Oh my God. The puzzle is here. Hey, good thing I came quick. Please double tap. We leave in 45 minutes. So double tap, please. Don't let them take this live down before we leave. Double tap, please. Yeah, sorry about that. I just saw it. Oh, I hate this. What's it called? Puzzle. I hate it so much. Sorry, Ma. Were you talking, Ma? Do you want to finish your?
No, I'm just trying to mention that because that is defamation of character. Because Wunmi doesn't know who is that person. He just wants to know who is helping Baba Mohbad, who gave Baba Mohbad the car. That is why she said that is Naira Marley sent that person to Baba.
Oh yeah, that's defamation.
Yeah, one of our interview.
True.
She mentioned that. So Naira Marley go Chadeki ya a day, let our godmother. There is a lot of cases.
She just defamed us as well. She just defamed us.
Yeah, that's a defamation of character.
She said we are being paid. She just said we are being paid, Mami Yeti. Who is paying you? Who is paying me? Who is bankrolling us?
Baba need to bring the receipt. If it doesn't transfer, what's account? Boya me transfer what's account Baba. Boya Baba don't transfer what's account. Please let's use our voice. Nobody can stop us. Call anybody's name. If they can call Baba's name in their camp, we have rights. And Baba is not in the house when Mohbad died. We have right to call all the names in that house. when Mohbad last breath.
Of course.
Because they brought the dead body to the hospital. To the two hospital. Okay, George, you know. They come out there and you are the next, they are going to pick me up. I'm waiting for Nigerian government to come and pick me up in UK.
I understand that Lekki General Hospital is closer to the house, and I heard that Mohbad was actually taken to Lekki General Hospital. They refused his body. Did you hear that?
No.
Can hear you.
No, I haven't.
Why?
I haven't.
Yes, so what I heard was Mohbad was first taken to Lekki General Hospital, and his body was rejected by the hospital. Obviously, they must have suspected something. They didn't want to get involved in their foul play, so sent them away.
I'm saying this, and I will keep saying this. There is a lot of things that are hidden to the public, and eventually, we are going to find out whether they like it or not. It's still going to come out.
One way or the other, they have been going online.
That is why. Okay. That is why the lawyer did not even come out and say that the doctor at Perez Hospital said there is a CCTV when they arrive. Why don't the CCTV in Perez
Did you
Hospital?
question that CCTV or say, oh?
No, they didn't question that. Why?
This is sad. We've got 20 minutes to finish playing this. We'll play it as fast as I can because I need to go at 3 o'clock. I don't want to leave you here like last time that I said I was coming back and I got held up in the traffic. So I don't want to do that again. So leaving for like an hour, and if not, I would have just, let the video play, but I would be gone for like 45 minutes, so I don't want to leave everyone here without being here.